No Narratives Podcast, episode 46, here with my guy Big Moon. Not feeling too good. The Texans are now 0-3 on the season with the loss to the Jacksonville Jaguars, 17-10. How you feeling, Moon? How you feeling, man?
Well, maybe by the end of the bye week, this offense gets cooking for sure. Because I think the only thing we're lucky is that Jacksonville was having a bad day as well on offense, or who knows how this game actually would have been. But we lose to fucking Duval, bro. Duval, and it just sucks. Good defensive battle when it comes to the game. Offenses both struggled. I think it kicked up a little bit in the fourth quarter in the last 12 minutes, but too many turnovers for the Texans really hurt them at the end. So it just shows that divisional games are fun, but 0-3 is not the narrative of that. I guess we wanted as the Texans beginning.
Yeah, I'm almost at a point where like the Texans obviously scored 10 points, but I kind of don't even want to count it. Like, it counts. Obviously, it counts. But,
Right.
like, I don't really want to count it because it came on a busted coverage. Like, it came on a coverage that Nico Collins was so wide open, I could have completed that pass. Like, it was that wide open.
For
CJ Stroud
sure.
was 25 of 38, 204 yards, one touchdown, two interceptions. Nico Collins had a day, 8 receptions, 104 yards, one touchdown. He did have a fumble loss later in the game. We'll get to that later. The defense once again showed their ass. They really did a good job today. The 17 points is also one of those situations where I'm not counting that against the defense. They were trying to let them score so that the offense could get the ball back and that they didn't milk the clock out. This is another situation. This is yet another week of football where we are talking about the offense. It's that simple. We are talking about the offense of this Houston Texans team. It's a problem. And it's with Nick Caley. It's with D'Amico Ryans. It's with Nick Caserio. It's with CJ Stroud. I mean, it's everybody that is a part of this team that runs the offense gets blame.
Correct.
I mean, what do you have to say about that? Do you feel the same way? Are you in agreement, or do you have
I mean,
another?
of course, I gotta point fingers at the ones that do run the offense for sure. I mean, how much I can really blame Nick? I guess just for gay Nick Cully. But like I said, like I said last week, he's a first year offensive coordinator. So he has somewhat knowledge, but he doesn't have experience. So I mean, that's what I can say. I blame him. What really can I say about D'Amico? I mean, he defensive minded. I guess what I could do is blame Nick Caserio for hiring a rookie offensive coordinator, knowing that we need something more. And maybe I don't know. Maybe the Ohio State curse is finally falling on CJ, man.
Man, I said
Because
the same thing. I said maybe that Ohio State quarterback deal is finally becoming due. It's finally it's pay up time, and it's looking like
right,
that. It really is. I understand what you're talking about with Nick Caley a little bit, but at the same time, okay, Irsay was getting thrown around like a rag doll, having
right,
troubles with Josh Hines Allen on the end all game long. Did they ever chip with a tight end? Did they ever chip with a running back? Did they ever try to like give Josh Allen another look? And then another thing that I mentioned in the last podcast that we did after the Buccaneers game, there's no huddle. There's no quick tempo. There's no up tempo to in this offense. There's
right.
just like they break their huddle and then they come out to the line. When they walking up to the line of scrimmage, it's 12 seconds left. By the time everybody gets set, it's 8 seconds left. You don't have time for motion. CJ doesn't have time to make any checks. Nothing. You know what I mean? Like it's what he like. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, the first time they actually went tempo, Nico fumbled. So I mean, yeah, it's
I
pretty
think they
bad.
went
Like,
tempo earlier than that. I think, but you're right. You're right though. That was a
yeah,
time where they went
on that
tempo.
time they turned it up.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, we're moving. But
Mm-hmm.
right, you're right. You're breaking the huddle too late. It's either 13 to 12 to 11 seconds left. We're just pacing, and it's like I get it. Maybe against Jacksonville that kind of worked because we were kind of even when it came to time of possession. But at the same time, you need scores, man. It doesn't help either that Kaimi Fairbairn missed a field goal.
No.
Um, you know, uh, Townsend was having horrible punts. I don't know what was going on with him as well. It just didn't go very well for everybody. Offense, I guess on all sides of the ball, even special teams.
Yeah.
But
Special teams had a bad day.
Like I said, even with Darius Stingley going out with a rib injury, our defense did hold up pretty well. I mean, at the end of the day, Jacksonville just edged us out more at the end. They got the receptions that they needed, the first down that they needed, and the Texas offense. As much as we like that one score with Nico, it ended up being something different at the end. You're right with the whole Ursary thing. I mean, I think he probably maybe got help a little bit, but yeah, that man was on the island, and Hines Allen was out there to eat for sure. Made the last
Yeah.
play of the game by tipping the ball off of CJ Stroud's hand.
Hmm.
So, yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I feel like it's just the struggles you go with as picking a rookie to be the starting left tackle for the blind side of CJ Stroud. For sure, CJ, he did okay, but at the same time, it needs to be more for sure. It needs to be more. It has to be back to the drawing board again, I guess. But sadly, because Christian Kirk was not the key factor of why this offense was struggling. He did okay, but at the same time, it looks like separation with the receivers ain't working out. Blocking assignments ain't clicking. And now we're just thinking, like I said, maybe after the bye week day, this offense clicks or something. But right now, it's just plain old ugly. Plain old ugly.
Yeah, I don't see it. I don't see the offense getting any better. I think after week 1, I was kind of like, yeah, I'm not going to be every week. This is the week. I'm not going to be doing that every week this week. Like, I know what I'm going to expect from this Texas defense. The
Yeah.
Texas defense all year is going to get a pass from me until the offense shows up. I don't care. I was having a conversation with somebody and they was telling me how the defense looked underwhelming. I'm like, underwhelming where? They gave up 7 points going into the fourth quarter, or 10 points going into the fourth
Right.
quarter. Like the Texans offense has 3 points or 7 points going into the fourth. How many? No, the
No, we
Texas
had
had
three. We
3
only had
points,
three. Yeah.
3 points going into the fourth quarter. No touchdowns. No
Mm-hmm.
touchdowns. So then we're asking, we see that type of production on offense, and then we ask the defense, don't give up any first downs, don't have any penalties, play a
Right.
perfect game, don't be
Right.
late on any, don't give up any completions. Like, it's not a realistic brand of ball. Luckily, the Jaguars have Trevor Lawrence at quarterback who stinks, and
Right.
they wasn't really able to capitalize to put 35 or 40 on the Texans' head. But any other team that has any type of competent quarterback play destroys the Texans. They
Yep.
absolutely destroy the Texans. And just CJ Stroud, again, this is not Ohio State, where in college you had 8 to 9 seconds to survey the field. You had Marvin Harrison Jr. going up
Mm-hmm.
against a 3-star cornerback, and you were able to
Mm-hmm.
just rip the defenses apart in college that played zone. You ripped them apart. When they played man, you ripped them apart. This is not Ohio State. This is the NFL. Take
Right.
the check downs. Now, he did more taking the check downs today, but it's still not registering in his head. I got to
They
get
need
the
to get
ball
rid
out.
of it.
I got to get the
Yeah.
ball out. I got to help my line.
Right.
Irsay is getting his face cooked every play. Let me get the ball out. Titus Howard is having trouble. Let me get the ball out. He's not doing that. We didn't call the guards played well for all intents and purposes.
Right.
Tomlinson, Andrews, if he played, or was it Patterson, I'm not sure. And
Maybe it was
Ingram.
Jake Andrews,
It was Jake Andrews.
Ingram,
Okay. Yeah,
and
and
then
Ingram
Juice
and
Scruggs. Juice
Tomlinson.
Scruggs got the start.
Oh,
Right.
Scruggs.
I
Okay,
left.
Scruggs. Okay, yeah. We didn't hear any issues with the interior. It was the tackles today. And really, Titus Howard wasn't even really that bad. The holding call that he
Right.
got on him, that was a BS call, in my opinion. But Irsay was really the one who 15-yard penalty face mask, holding penalty, false start,
Don't
whatever the
start.
case may be, whatever went bad could go bad for him today. And he is a rookie. So he gets a little bit of a leash, especially going up against a player like Josh Allen. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? So it's
Right.
just, for me, I'm just frustrated with
The
the
scheme.
dialogue around the Texans, mostly the dialogue, bro. It's not even really the team. Like, I'm tired of the fans expecting something that's not going to happen.
Right.
But did you see
Nah,
Woody
you're
Marks
right.
today, right? Dare
No, I did.
Umaguale did not see the field today,
Nope.
unless I missed it. Woody Marks looked good. This is what fans were talking about. He looked good.
No, I give props to Middle Marks. I think he was more in there than Chubb was. I liked it that they saved Chubb more at the end, and that's when really Chubb was getting his yardage and everything. Yeah, congrats to the rookie. He's showing his ass off. It looks like Dyer is probably just gonna be special teams. I seen him on punt. I'll tell you that much. I seen him on punt. But offensively, no. I think Woody Marks is a better pass blocker as well. I mean, there was just that one where Ursay just kept following the end when they did a stunt, and that's how CJ got sacked on one of them. But no, yeah, it's a struggle, man. I can't even fathom what could really be the issue. Like you said, CJ, but at the same time, it's receivers, and then it's a rookie team out here, man, especially on offense. And you're gonna have to put it on the defense every week until I don't know. I guess next season if it doesn't click.
Were there any positives to take away from this game? I don't want to be all doom and gloom, but I mean, I don't see any positives. But were there any positives that you could take away from this game?
I'll give a positive to the offense that they took advantage of the turnover that Jalen Petrie got. I'll give them that. They converted it into points.
Okay,
Even though it was a busted coverage, they converted it into points. So I'll give you that one. You know
man,
what I'm saying? Like I said,
that's low hanging fruit. But yes, you're right.
yeah,
You're right.
I'm gonna throw you something offense, but at the same time, like you said, it was a defensive battle. Both offenses were not clicking at all. It was a boring game, at least in the third quarter. Like I didn't pay attention much until the fourth quarter when it started getting better. Like I said, the Texans had a chance. The defense gave the Texans a chance. At the same time, it's just like it's been the last few weeks. It just hasn't fallen in our favor any type of way.
I don't feel like if the Texans had won every single game that they have played this week, if the fumble versus the Rams doesn't happen, if the
Mm-hmm.
Texans are able to sack Baker Mayfield in week 2, if they were able to capitalize in week 3 and win this game, I still would not feel good. I don't see how you could come away from these games feeling like win or lose. Obviously, they lost, but just even if they
Right.
won and feel like, oh, this is a team that's going somewhere. The object of being 3-0 and struggling to score points is not you would not be considered a real 3-0 team. You would be considered a
Mm-hmm.
fraudulent 3-0 team that just happens to be 3-0 because the ball fell on that side of on their favor. But the fact that they're 0-3 and things have looked the way that they look, it's time to sound the alarms. And it's time to look at D'Amico Ryans. It's time to look at Nick Haley. It's time to look at CJ Stroud. And it's time to say, what are you guys doing on a weekly basis to get this thing fixed? Because nothing is being fixed, and like that's the biggest issue for me. I don't see any improvement from week
Yeah, I
1
think that's the
to
biggest issue for
today.
all of us, for
I
sure.
see no improvement. The only improvement I saw was the first quarter, the first drive of the Buccaneers game. Other
Mm-hmm.
than that, I see no improvement.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I give you that. I give you that for sure. So the same question that Kyle asked me earlier in our pregame is Nick Casario and DeMico Ryan in the hot seat now after
No,
losing to the Jaguars?
I don't see Nick Casario being on the hot seat. I know a lot of people want to like point the blame at him, but I don't see him on the hot seat. I see more like D'Amico Ryans, like who is in charge of hiring Nick Haley.
Right.
That's who should be on the hot seat. So if it was Casario, then yes, Casario should be on the hot seat. If it was D'Amico, D'Amico should be on the hot seat. You know what I mean?
Right.
The one thing D'Amico specializes in is the defensive side of the football. And the defensive side of the football, his side of the
Looks
football
amazing.
has been amazing. So what he specializes in has paid off. It's the other side of the football that looks a complete hot mess. So
Right.
it's like if the defense was trash and the offense was trash, you got to fire him. You got to. You can't let them even make it through the season. But
Right.
because the defense is actually playing hard, creating stops, giving the offense chance after chance after chance, but the offense can show up, I'm more inclined to look at Nick Haley and a little bit of D'Amico because I'm like, did you hire this guy? Why did you hire a first time play caller?
Right.
So
No, for sure. I think honestly that I think then honestly for me, now that I know certain things about it, I gotta put it on Nick Casario, man. I mean,
okay.
honestly, as people had done said that Haley is running more of a Patriots offense than he is the Rams offense. Where does Nick Casario come from? New England. So I feel like he's just trying to make those connections again with New England and seeing how it pops up, but it's just not working out at the moment. Maybe if we were running more of a West Coast offense, as one person told me today or told me a couple of days ago at work, that would probably look better in a West Coast offense than whatever the hell we're running here. And I can agree. I mean,
Yeah.
like even in the game, they said that there's no way you can run a 2-man route and the 4D linemen still get penetration
Yeah,
in
that
full
happened the
cover, in
first
full
play of the game as
protection.
well. I think that
Right.
also that didn't just happen when he said that. When he said that, it was like the second
It happened
half.
a few couple
Yeah,
times. It did happen,
yeah,
man. So
yeah,
I say there's a lot of things. I mean, like once again, it wasn't really the starting offensive line. Everything's still a mixture. It's a different offensive line again, and the third time this season. It's only been week 3. with Juice going at guard. I guess they're just trying to find the best man at every position, and just okay, well, you're gonna have to be scrapping, man. Like I told you all, like I told plenty of people, it was a long season. I mean, win or lose, I'm still gonna watch them. I'm gonna see what's up. I'm make my
Absolutely.
critiques, but yeah, for sure. Just as a Houstonian, of course, we want to see the wins, man, and then we don't want to lose to nobody in our division. So now it's just like, what happens now that we take on, the number one draft pick in Cam Ward that lost to the Colts that are now 3-0 in our division as well, going on with a monster start.
Yeah.
Like I said, it just
I'm
looks
not
bad.
even
It
worried
just
about I'm not even worried about the division. I truly, I'm not even trying to say this for like shock value. They
mm,
may not win a game. They may not win a game. You cannot against the Jaguars. 3
right.
points heading into the fourth quarter. The only reason why they scored a touchdown was because of a busted
What's the
coverage.
coverage?
It wasn't, they didn't scheme Nico open. He didn't make a phenomenal move. It was a busted coverage. Like the most
No,
basic of basic quarterbacks.
he gave a little out.
It was just it was a miscommunication. I'm not giving him that. Like again, they scored. Congratulations on scoring, but any quarterback in the league could have made that throw. That was not something that was like, oh my gosh, like they
Spectacular.
figured it out. They figured it out. Like no, like I
Nah,
can't give that to them. But they had 3 points, and if you take away that touchdown, they don't score anything else. They only have 3 points in 60
right.
minutes of football, man. This
And that's
team can
not
very well go winless. They can go winless. This is a real, like, actual thing that can happen. And I know people don't think that it can happen because we got CJ Stroud, we got Nico Collins, we got this amazing defense. No,
it's
they
not
can go
clicking right
winless,
now.
man. They lost to the Jaguars. They struggled to move the ball against the Jaguars. This team can go winless. Who they play next? Baltimore?
No, we got Tennessee next.
Tennessee. They can go
And
win.
they're
They will
0-3.
struggle against Tennessee. Ain't no guaranteed
Nah, ain't
W,
no
man.
joke either.
This
Yeah,
is a 0-3 team. We can't be talking about what's an easy win, what's not an easy win. This is a bad football team. Period. Point blank. That's
I
simple.
agree. I agree for sure. I agree.
Yeah. But man, that's all I got, man. You have anything else?
Don't lose faith, people. Don't lose faith.
Don't
It's
lose
gonna
faith.
happen. It's gonna
What's gonna
happen.
happen? What's gonna happen?
Maybe Jesus comes back before the offense starts clicking. Probably.
I want to
But
know what's gonna happen. Yeah, I'm like, wait, what's gonna happen? Like, you
well,
know
I mean,
something I
honestly,
don't
like I
know.
said, bro, until we can find receiver that get some separation, because there's not much separation. A lot of these throws are tight windows as well. I mean, well, it's like if there's a long season. On to Tennessee, see where that one goes. But
On to
like,
Tennessee,
subscribe,
man.
man. Let us know what y'all think. 'Cause
Yeah,
I know
drop your
everybody.
comments below in the box, man. Episode 46 is a wrap. We really don't have much to say. It's much of the same. This probably is going to be the same type of podcast next week, next Sunday. I'm not as optimistic as Moon. He loves football, so he's like always looking at the the brighter days. I'm more doom and gloom. So that's all I got, man.
It's
Like and
gonna be all
subscribe,
right,
comment.
man. It's
Like and
gonna be all right.
subscribe, comment, man. We out.